What up, everybody? Zeta Zulu back at it again with another review for you. And today hold on. And today we're looking at Power of the Prime's leader class, Optimus Prime. And we'll kick this review off starting off in his vehicle mode, which is his classic classic truck and trailer, but you know, little, not really modern, but done up just so it fits the classics, but also gets a little of that G1 look, and looks pretty good all around. We're gonna take the trailer off for a little bit, look at the truck up close. You know, it's got a lot of that red going on, looking pretty good. Like it all around. Got the clear windows, can see a little bit of something special inside there. Painted light blue side windows, silver painted mirrors, and then silver for the gas tanks and blue for the back, basically. And a lot of people do have gripes with this truck because, well, it looks good from the front. The side looks okay until you get to this jumbled mess. The back looks awful. And yeah, like, I can see the problems. Like, these are obviously just arms. There's no paneling to kind of help make it flow better with the rest of this, but you know, they tried a little bit. They tried. They at least got the front looking rather nice, pretty cool, pretty big and bulky. You know, I like it. I like it. Rolls real good, like a good truck should. Now, let's do a, well, I suppose we should look at the trailer for a little bit. It there's no way to stand up on its own, like stand level, so it's always gonna slope down. It's got some nice silver going on for the sides, a little bit of blue at the bottom where the wheels are, and a little bit of blue in the back. Looks good from the sides, back, the front, so-so, but the top is, well, if you're a student up, you should know what those are gonna be. But it looks pretty good. These stickers give us that nice G1 blue and silver striping with the Autobot logo, which is pretty nice. So it's an alright trailer. You know, you get weapon storage with 2 holes to store his 2 guns, or to store them in between. There are 2 pegs on the inside here that clasp around this other gun. So yeah, let's put this off to the side, do a few size comparisons. So he's a roughly a little bit bigger than a deluxe class, which is what this Jazz is. The deluxe class Power of the Prime's Jazz, which I've reviewed before. Get him out of here. We have Classics Optimus Prime from the 2-pack that came out a long time ago. He also has problems, like obvious thigh leg problems and being a kind of floppy truck, but you know, they both get that classic look through. Get him out of here. And one of my favorite Prime designs, the animated Prime, which also has a little bit of that G1-ish look with the blue back, the red front, Autobot logos kind of on the side or whatever. And he's a Voyager size, so like I said, he fits a little bit between a Voyager and a Deluxe. So let's get this guy out of here. And they are just ruining my review station. And let's get down to the transformation for this guy. Now, he technically has 2 modes. Well, 3-ish. You have your vehicle, which is this together. This long, beefy boy together. And then you have what just the cab makes, which we're going to get into it. So first, you're going to want to flip these up. Remove these bits of paneling and swing them around to the front. Swing them around to the front. And the instructions will tell you to basically flip these up and close it up. I prefer to leave these down, because closed up looks for the other mode. You will now bring the arms back, all the way back, rotate them forward, flip out the hands on each side, and straighten them out. Take this bit and untab it from these leg tabs. They just plug in right there. Flip it all the way up and plug in the head. Pull the legs down, split them apart. Now with this, you can either force it, like force push it in, or do what I do and just slide them together. Feel that's safer on the plastic. And you flip out these little feet, and voila, you have an Optimus. This is an Optimus. Who's this guy? This is Orion Pax, who Optimus Prime was before he received his upgrade and the Matrix of Leadership. Because this set is essentially an evolution set, which is what all the leader class figures in the Power of the Primes waves tried to do. Like, most of them do, like Hot Rod to Rodimus, Optimus Primal to Optimal Optimus, Dark Hot Rod to Rodimus Unicronus, and Nemesis Prime to Nemesis Prime. But this is essentially, I would say, the best version of this essentially gimmick for the leader class. So just spinning him around, you see he definitely has a lot of Orion Paxi detail, but there are kind of hints that he's going to become Optimus Prime, like the standard blue legs, the red upper body, the blue head, the silver face, which has some really nice paint in it, like the face and the eyes. And as you can see, there's a little like crack in mine. I'm not sure if that happened before I got him out of package or after, but nah, it's kind of annoying, but you don't notice it if you're not really looking at it. He has this nice Autobot logo on his chest, which is, or this nice clear blue plastic, some yellow paint in the chest as well, some silver. Got silver for his elbow joints, red for the arms, silver for the thighs, and blue for the legs, and a little bit of silver in these yellow and red stickers, basically. That's how the color breaks down on him. And posability-wise, he's pretty good. You know, his head, it's on a ball joint, so you can get that full 360 rotation, a little bit up and down. Not really side to side. Arms, get that full 360 rotation, can go out a bit. Get that rotation at the bicep, a double jointed elbow that it wants to go both ways, like at least at this bottom joint, so that's weird. Nothing at the wrist except for a little bit of downward movement, so if you had like a sword, use that. The legs can go out to the side about that far. They get stopped by these pegs. Then go forward and back, rotate at the thigh. You get a nice 90-degree knee bend and a little bit of toe pivot. Well, not pivot, but toe up and down from transformation. Now, as you can see, mine's a bit floppy. And I would want to say, because he's from probably the second run of this figure, which is very weird for there to be mold degradation this early. They've only used it like 3 times, including just re-releasing it in like another wave of Power of the Primes, but he poses pretty well. Like, let me pull the camera back a bit so you can see that. That's some nice posing. Now, accessory-wise, I'm gonna bring the trailer back in and take this gun and just split this a little bit so we can get this other gun out. Oop. Spoilers! Alright, put that back. So, it comes with 2 guns. This little nice kind of regular rifle looks pretty good with it. And the one that fell off the table, this bad boy, which just looks like a full-on cannon for him. Like, this is somewhere it looks like he kind of had to hold it on his shoulder and shoot from. But yeah, those are pretty nice. And now these do technically combine, but I'm going to save that for the other mode. But it's a very simple combination, just peg to hole. You can already kind of see it there. But yeah, so that's that. And just give me 1 second. We will do some size comparisons. So here he is next to Deluxe Class Power of the Primes Jazz, who he kind of dwarfs in height, but, you know, that's kind of fair. Come on, Jazz. Sorry, had a hiccup. Here he is next to deluxe-sized Classics Optimus Prime, who he again dwarfs. So he's about a Voyager size, as is. And here he is next to another actual Voyager, who he's about half a head shorter than, but he's basically Voyager size. So with that out of the way, now we're going to get to the main attraction of this figure, which is the evolution into Optimus Prime. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these out of his hands, put these off to the side. We're going to transform... Okay, so we're going to transform the trailer first and then Orion packs. So, we're going to bring in the trailer. And it's already kind of a collapsing mess because of me roughhousing to get the other gun out of there. But, so, this is basically a bunch of panels that just fold away and fold away and fold away. So, I'm going to get started by untabbing these panels, these two panels right here, pulling them back, untab and untab. It's easy to just get your finger in there. There's a lip on this top one, so you can get that off easy. Now we're just gonna take these guys, fold them all the way out, fold them all the way out, fold up these side bits, split this part a little bit, and reposition these, what will be the feet. Move the camera up a little bit, and then just wrap it around so that this tab goes into, if I can see it, about the grooves right there. They just tab in securely. Do the same thing on this side, wrap it around, and tab it in. So now we have the lower legs done. So you unhook these panels, essentially, to open it up, and you see it's essentially going to be Optimus Prime. So you flip these bits around, which are the arms, and close these panels up. Flip these all the way back, and they will tab in right there, like right here and right here. Here, a little bit of a snap. Flip this blue peg in. Now, rotate the arm down and just collapse this panel and make sure that's tabbed in. Same thing on this side. Collapse the panel and tab that in basically. Flip up these smokestacks, and now you essentially have the base body of Optimus Prime all ready. And now we're going to come to Orion Pax. And his transformation is pretty easy because he's just filling out that chest block. So, I'm going to bring this down and flip up your Optimus Prime head. Turn this guy around, fold them in, close that up. Now bring these, actually no, these stay where they are. And you just fold up the hands and fold them all the way up. Fold it all the way up, close in the hands, and then collapse the feet here, rotate them around, and now you close and basically just wrap it up. Now these pegs go into these grooves right here. So connect that and connect that. Voila. And then these parts just flip up like they're supposed to be to form the chest. And then you bring in the body and you slide it in, and it's going to clip in right here. Oop. Slide it in. It's now nice and secure at this tab. And if you want to release it, just pull the tab down and pull it out. So slide it in, it'll lock in, turn his head around, and now you have Power of the Primes, Leader Class, Optimus Prime in his Optimus Prime mode. Excuse me, getting over a cold. So I'm just gonna bring him back and just take him all in. Yeah, he is a big boy. So detail wise, he has a lot going on, but it all amounts to a very, very good looking G1 Prime. Like, his head is, actually, I'm gonna fold his knees down so I can bring him in closer to get a good look at the head. Is very, very G1 Optimus Prime. Like, this looks like it kind of came out of the cartoon. Got the nice silver visor, the nice painted light blue eyes, the silver in this head crest. His horns are nicely sized. Just looks good all around. The chest detail and these windshields look real good. The grill, abs, the yellow on the crotch, all of it's there. All those details that you associate with G1 Prime are there. Even the leg vents and little stickers to add a little bit extra, just random tech detail. This one's peeling off on me, but honestly, that's just from play, because when I first got this guy, I could not put him down and stop transforming him. So, like this, he has pretty good posability. Let me just scoot everything back and angle the camera. So, his head is on a ball joint, so it can wiggle around, rotate 360, look up, look down. Arms can rotate a full 360. Oops. Go out to the side, or go all the way up. It's hard to get on camera. Go all the way up. Bring it back down. It's a nice bicep rotation. A little over 90 degrees for the elbow. Nothing at the wrist. You have a faux butterfly joint if you untab this panel. So use that at your leisure. Nothing in the waist, which I feel like they could have accommodated if they really wanted to, but they didn't. But it's alright. The legs go forward that far, back that far, rotate at the thigh 360, and get a little bit over 90 degrees for the knee. And the ankles can tilt, go forward, and go back a little bit. Now, excuse me. Now, I would say due to mold degradation, that's the only reason why mine has kind of not stable ankles. Like, it's kind of hard to get them to stand very nice and solid. But these big feet do really help. It's just about distributing his weight properly. Now, accessory-wise, he has two that are of big importance. His gun, which is nicely replicated and able to split into two pieces still. And that just plugs into his fist really easy. Just a simple peg and hole connection. And now he has his iconic gun. His, I want to say it's called an ion blaster. Looks real good posing with it and such. And then his other highly important accessory would be the Matrix of Leadership, which is housed in his chest. And you got to see a little bit of it in the vehicle mode because, well, it just showed through the clear windshield. So, to get access to it, you open up these panels, which open up rather nicely, and then you get your finger in on this tab right here, and open up this side door first, and then this one. As you can see, there's a nice matrix of leadership in there that you can pull out, like so. Well, let me just get him standing with this gaping hole. And voila. It's nicely detailed, got a lot of orange paint over this clear blue plastic, so it looks very nice and crystalline in there. Here's the back of it. And basically the gimmick would be you can take out the centerpiece of the Matrix and replace it with any Prime Masters. I unfortunately don't have any Prime Masters, I might get some later, but they weren't really for me. Not my cup of tea. But if you have a headmaster, you can plug that in, but I didn't grab any of my headmasters at the moment. Or, what are they called? Titan Masters. Oops. So you just plug that back in, and it plugs rather easily back into his chest. There are kind of grooves for it to just sit in, so you just kind of... My big chubby fingers can get him in there. Alright, so the best way to do this, hold the sides of the orange bit, and then just line it up in there until it just kind of stays. There we go. I can close that up if it would like to close. Sometimes it's kind of difficult doing it while he's plugged into the armor, basically. Then close that up, and his matrix is all nice and hidden. So that's basically everything it for this figure. He's a real good figure. I was really looking forward to this when it came out, and I was upset kind of that he was so hard to find on his initial release, but it's become easier to find now. So Dennis, I'll just bring in the other primes. Now I wish I could say I still had a leader class prime to show off with this, but that looks pretty good, and we'll throw Jazz in there just for the lulls. Yeah, it's a pretty good G1 prime. If you don't have a Masterpiece MP10 prime, he would be a good substitute for like literally half the price. So yeah, this is Zeta Zulu, and leader class power of the primes, Optimus Prime. Say that 5 times fast. Signing out. Deuces.